Okay, try to read this, um, pause the video and solve it on your own. If we assume acceleration is uniform, how far, uniform means just acceleration is constant, so we have only one A doesn't change. How far does a plane travel when it lands at 16 meters per second west and comes to rest in 8 seconds? So now pause it and try to solve it on your own. Okay, I give you one example, one explanation. This is actually the plane which is traveling. We don't care while it's traveling, only when it lands. So now the plane is landed, it's on the air, on the ground, just like a car, and it has a initial velocity, and it goes until it comes to rest. As it says, so the final velocity is 0. So we just care about this part when the plane is acting like a car. So it's only traveling until it comes to a stop. Now you try to solve it. Pause the video and try to solve it. Okay, now let's solve it together. Okay, the acceleration we don't know, but how far does a plane travel? Okay, we are looking for displacement. Lands at 16 and the land, okay, it lands at 16. Okay, this was the initial, because when it lands is 16 meter per second, and comes to rest, of course the final velocity is 0, and the time is 8 seconds. So in order to find d, we can use this formula. Maybe you remember v average times t, and we know that the v average is vi plus vf over 2 divided by t, multiplied by t. So the t is already here, so I will say, I will just substitute 16 plus 0 over 2 times 8, and this would be, of course, 8 times 8, which is 64 meters. Okay, so this is now what we have here, and there is another way to solve this problem, and the other way is to use that beautiful formula that you had for the displacement. Remember the formula that we we have derived? It is actually v0t, I mean v initial, doesn't matter, v0 can be v initial, in some countries it's called v initial. V initial times t plus a t square. I have everything in here except a, so let's first find a. A also I don't know, and we can easily find it, which is actually v final minus v initial divided by t, and it is in this case 0 minus 16 divided by 8, and this would be negative 2. Of course my a is negative because the plane is slowing down on t, is slowing down while is on the ground, is slowing down until coming to the rest. So now I can put everything here and find my answer. It should be the same as before. V initial is 16 times 8 plus, and a is negative 2, I mean plus half of the negative 2 times t square, and the t is 8, which is a square of 8 would be, actually let's just put it 8 square for now, and then we go to the next steps. 16 times 8 plus, this would be actually negative because this is negative 1. Yeah, this part is negative 1. When we cancel this, there is only a negative remaining, 8 square. So my answer for this would be Okay, now in order to calculate this one, I'm even lazier than you guys. I don't want to calculate big numbers, and I also don't want to use my calculator. No calculator. So what I will do, I use my mind. I can factor in here, can't I? Yes, I can factor 8, 16 minus 8, 1 8, right? And then I can easily do this. This is 8, and this part is now also 8, right? 8 times 8, which is 64, as I had before, the same answer. This is some good way of you for just practice solving problems without using calculator. And always when you have a problem, try to solve it from every way you can, because you want to practice the formulas. As you saw, I solved these problems by 2 ways.